So hey guys, welcome to my channel An Anatomist. So this is gonna be my first video on this channel. So इस वीडियो में हम पढ़ने जा रहे हैं ऑब्स एंड गायनेकोलॉजी का सबसे बेसिक टॉपिक जो कि रहता है फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम. सो ये पूरा मैंने एज अ क्लासिफिकेशन लिखा है जो कि समझने के लिए बहुत ईजी पड़ेगा. सो इन द फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम जिसमें मेनली प्राइमरी सेक्स ऑर्गन एंड एक्सेसरी सेक्स ऑर्गन इंक्लूड रहते हैं. सो प्राइमरी सेक्स ऑर्गन में पेयर्स ऑफ ओवरी, जिसका पेयर्स ऑफ ओवरी और इसका मेन फंक्शंस रहता है कि प्रोडक्शन ऑफ एग्स एंड फीमेल सेक्स हार्मोन का प्रोडक्शन. So female sex organs are estrogen and progesterone. So progesterone is produced at the stage of pregnancy. So accessory sex organ में मेनली रहते हैं एक्सटर्नल जेनेटेलिया और इसे वल्वा भी कहते हैं, जो कि विजिबल पोर्शन रहता है, और इंटरनल जेनेटेलिया इसमें इंक्लूड करता है. सो एक्सटर्नल जेनेटेलिया में मेनली जो ऑर्गन्स आते हैं वो है लैबिया मेजोरा, माइनोरा, क्लाइटोरिस एंड बर्थोलिन ग्लैंड. बर्थोलिन ग्लैंड इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज वेस्टिबुलर ग्लैंड. और इंटरनल जेनेटेलिया में फैलोपियन ट्यूब्स, यूटेरस, सर्विक्स एंड वजाना ये इंक्लूड करते हैं. सो वी विल गो ऑर्डर वाइज. सो इन द एक्सटर्नल जेनेटेलिया वी विल फर्स्टली सी द लैबिया मेजोरा. By the name itself, we can assume it is a large folds that are forming the boundaries of vulva, and it is compared with the scrotum of male. It is formed of skin, fibrous tissue and fats. So second one is labia minora. So labia minora having two minor folds in between the labia majora. In the labia minora there is a cleft which is called as vestibules. There are some openings in the vestibules of vagina, urethra and the duct. External genitalia, the further organs are clitoris. Clitoris is an organ where the nerves endings are present and erectile tissues are also present. It is compared with the glands of penis in the male. And another one is vestibular gland. It is also called as Bartholin gland. It is present on each side of the vaginal opening, and the secretion of the vestibular gland is moist the vulva. तो अभी हम पढ़ेंगे इंटरनल रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन. इंटरनल रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन में हम सबसे पहले पढ़ेंगे वजाइना. वजाइना को बर्थ कैनल भी कहा जाता है. सो वजाइना इज अ ट्यूबुलर ऑर्गन which is made up of fibrous tissue and muscles. So vagina contain the stratified squamous epithelium, and it is mainly lined by the stratified squamous epithelium. It makes the ridges and the vaginal folds, and the vaginal folds having a work that to enlarge the diameter of the vagina at the time of giving birth. So now we are going to see the relations of vagina with the another organs. So vagina के anterior side में रहता है urinary bladder and posterior side में रहता है rectum and anus. So the functions of vagina are, first one तो सबको पता ही है for giving birth, and second one is during coitus receiving the penis is the function of vagina. सो यहाँ तक ये जो पोर्शन है ये पूरा वजाना में इंक्लूड होता है, और यहाँ से यहाँ तक का पूरा पोर्शन सर्विक्स कहा जाता है. सो सर्विक्स इज मेनली होता क्या है, तो इट इज़ अ नेक ऑफ यूटेरस. इट इज़ अ narrow portion which is present in the lower side of the uterus. It is a cylindrical or conical shape. It having the cylindrical and conical shape. So it having the two portions, which are, first one is upper supravaginal portion. This one, it communicates with the body of the uterus. It communicates with the body of uterus through the internal os. This is the internal os, and it having the another portion which is called as lower vaginal portion. It communicates with the vagina through the external os. This is called as the external os, and this is called as the internal os. So अभी हम देखेंगे fallopian tubes. These are the two tubes which is leading from the ovary into the uterus, which is leading from the ovary into the uterus. The length of the fallopian tube is nearly 10 centimeter, and the end of the tubes containing the finger-like projection is called as fimri, and the fimri collects the ovum from the ovary. So the fimri catches the egg, and uh, it takes it to the uterus by the cilia, and the peristaltic motion occur in the fallopian tubes. So there are some parts in the fallopian tubes which are isthmus, ampulla, infundibulum, and fimri. So the common site of fertilization is ampulla. So अभी हम देखेंगे uterus. It is also called as womb because embryo develop in it. It is a hollow pear shaped organ. Pear shaped in the sense it is having the pear shape, so it is called as the pear shaped organ. So it is a flattened antero posteriorly, means from the anterior side and the posterior side, both the sides are flat of the uterus. So it lies in between the urinary bladder and the rectum. So it is a uterus which is having anterior relationship with the urinary bladder, and posteriorly it is related to the rectum. So the weight of uterus is 30 to 40 grams nearly, and the length is 7.5 to 8 centimeters, and the thickness is nearly 5 centimeters. The uterus having anteroversion anteflexion position. It means it is bending towards forward and bending anteriorly. That's why it is called as anteroversion and anteroflexion position. Now we are going to see the main part of the internal reproductive organ, that is uterus. So uterus mainly contain of three parts, that is first one is fundus, second one is body, and third one is cervix. So the fundus is having dome shape. The body body is the main part where the implantation takes place after the fertilization, and cervix, it is attached and in the communication with the vagina. So the uterus having three walls. First one is perimetrium, that is the outermost, myometrium, which is the middle, and endometrium. So the perimetrium, here's the perimetrium, and it is make pouch with the adjacent organ. See here, here is the uterus, and it is in the relation with the urinary bladder and the rectum. This peritoneum is making pouch here and here also with the rectum. So now we are going to see the myometrium. Myometrium is a muscular sheath of cells where the nerves and blood vessels are present. And the last one is endometrium. So endometrium is this one. So endometrium having two layers, which is called as the basal and the functional layer. So the function layer is grow above the basal layer. So the functional layer is grow above the basal layer, and it shares the menstruation, means the functional layer shades in the menstruation. And if there is a pregnancy, the functional layer supports the embryo, while the implantation, when the implantation occurs in the uterus, so the functional layer helps to the embryo while growing. One is formation of the ova from the ovary. There is the reception of the sperm. It will comes from the vagina, it will goes to the uterus. From the uterus it will goes to the uh, fallopian tube at the ampulla, which is the commonest site of the fertilization. After that, third function is suitable environment for fertilization and fetal growth. So fetal growth will take place after the implantation in the uterus. So fourth one is parturition. After the implantation, there will be um, child growth will be there in the uterus.
You guys for watching the whole video. I need your support because I just start the channel, and the next topic for the video will be the physiology of ovary. Thank you once again.